We have heard nothing from the WNBA, absolutely nothing.
Brittney Griner elbowing Caitlin Clark in a crazy way and then calling her a trash white girl.
And Brittney Griner has not commented, which I find significant. I've watched that video countless times, and it sure looks like Brittney Griner says, white girl.
The WNBA should investigate Brittney Griner's seemingly uttering profanities about white girl.
Brittney Griner just pulled off the unthinkable, making headlines for all the wrong reasons. During a game, and caught live on TV, she launched a shocking verbal attack on Caitlin Clark, reportedly calling her a trash white girl.
Brittney Griner appeared to call Caitlin Clark trash and effing white girl.
Now the internet is exploding. Fans are demanding disciplinary action, while wild rumors about Brittney Griner's personal life are resurfacing faster than you can say technical foul.
She's the Rookie of the Year. She's 4th in the league in MVP voting.
Caitlin Clark is an absolute all-star. She is the Michael Jordan of this. This is the girl that girls have been waiting for forever.
Caitlin Clark is a rising star in women's basketball. She's pulling in crazy viewership numbers.
Caitlin Clark is the needle mover.
She is the needle mover.
She is the franchise player.
And she was the MVP. She is the main draw.
She wasn't the one who was full sprinting down the court.
She's my role model. I really look up to her.
Why do you like Caitlin?
And she's so good at basketball.
Because she's that awesome person and she has like a lot of aura. So.
If you're Team Caitlin Clark, now's the moment to speak up. Drop in, "I stand with CC" in the comments to show major love and support for the Queen of the Court. Let's go.
Griner, who I can't stand, sad that she's a Baylor grad.
Yeah,
she called her a trash expletive white girl. That was the lip reading. Yes, trash white girl. Trash blanking white girl.
Tensions in the league have been building, but Brittney Griner took it to another level with a live meltdown. After fouling out a tough game, cameras caught her walking off the court, clearly mouthing the words trash effing white girl. And yes, it was crystal clear.
The WNBA okay with one of its players saying white girl on the bench and getting caught by TV cameras saying such? I guess they are. I guess they're okay with it. Obviously, the league would very much not be okay with a white player saying black girl on the bench in anger and getting caught by TV cameras. That would be an immediate suspension, if not a career ender for said white.
That clip blew up online faster than a half-court buzzer beater. This wasn't just typical trash talk. It was harsh, personal, and full of hate. Even the experts were shocked. Skip Bayless didn't hold back, saying straight up that if a white player had used a racial slur on national TV, their career would be finished by lunchtime.
It is completely possible that fucking white girl was about Caitlin Clark's popularity, about her stature, about her impact on the entire league.
But when Griner said it, crickets. No fine, no suspension, not even a firm warning. The silence was louder than a missed free throw in an empty gym, and fans weren't about to stay quiet.
He has been abused repeatedly. We have shown you videos just getting elbowed, getting crushed, inbound passes where they ram into her, just absolutely abused, and there clearly is a racial element to it.
Let's be real. Caitlin Clark has faced this kind of heat since her very first WNBA warm-up. She's been pushed, shoved, and knocked down. Not because she plays dirty, but because she's simply dominant. And yeah, we can't ignore that race is part of the story here too.
WNBA has come out numerous times. There's no place for hate. There's no place for racism.
Griner's outburst wasn't sudden. It's part of a troubling pattern. This wasn't just a heat-of-the-moment slip. It was a deliberate, venom-filled insult shown to the whole world. And from a league that talks about having no place for hate, their silence when it's aimed at Caitlin is deafening.
Not be okay with a white player saying effing black girl.
Now the fans are demanding answers. They want to know why the league brushed this off like it was just a missed layup. Why is Brittney Griner getting a pass when she clearly crossed the line on national TV? Let's flip the script. What if Caitlin Clark had said the exact same thing?
Investigation into reverse racism that's going on across the league.
Imagine if Caitlin had called Griner a trash black girl on camera. that would have sparked media meltdowns, nonstop 24-hour news coverage, league-wide statements, and probably a lifetime ban for basketball. No questions asked, case closed.
Griner referring quite clearly, I believe, to Caitlin Clark and a white referee as, quote, trash ass white girls.
Skip Bayless nailed it again, saying any white player making that comment would be crushed by the media. But Gurriel, she's getting a free pass, like she just accidentally stepped out of bounds.
If you are a straight white woman in the WNBA, there is no way that you feel completely safe.
The same league that rushed to investigate Indiana Fever fans over vague, unverified claims about Angel Reese is now suddenly blind, deaf, and silent when a player actually throws a racist insult. Make that make sense.
I want to appreciate the new fans that sit there and yell racial slurs at myself, my teammates, and the people that I play against. Because, yeah, those might be opponents, but those are friends too. You know, they don't deserve that. So I don't appreciate the new fans that think it's okay to do that.
This isn't new for Caitlin Clark. She's been the league's favorite punching bag from day one. Not because she talks trash or dives for fouls, but because she's talented, white, and stealing the spotlight from players who think seniority means protection. Angel Reese even reposted a meme showing Clark running from a fight, captioned, "White girl running from the fade like she's trying to start a beef mixtape." And this wasn't just fan content. Reese shared herself.
Image that she reposted, and the implication is, well, what it says at the top is white. This is how they say girl, G-Y, white gal, G-Y-A-L, running from the fade, like as if Caitlin Clark is basically a.
And the hits keep coming. Players have shoved her, bumped her mid-play, and treated every hard foul like it was a championship-winning move. But Clark never fights back. No dirty plays, no cheap shots. Just pure basketball skill shining through, all while handling more hostility than any rookie ever has.
Caitlin Clark got roughed up repeatedly by defenders throughout her rookie year last year. It was attempted bullying, trying to break her spirit, intimidate her, put her in her place, get even with her for all the attention she was getting.
Here's the reality. Every time Caitlin Clark takes a hit, she's expected to stay quiet and smile, play nice, and take the high road. Meanwhile, she's the one getting shoved, slammed, and now verbally attacked. While she's held to impossible standards, the media that should be backing her is busy cheering on her opponents. The message is clear. Some players get a free pass, and Clark gets a target on her back. The league talks about growing the game, but ignoring what's happening to Clark is exactly what's holding it back.
The Indiana Fever fan base of being racist, they investigated it. They said those accusations were false. The least that she could do is apologize to our great state and the fans that show up at these games and say, I'm sorry, I was wrong. Obviously, she's not going to do that. But also, Dan, why isn't the Indiana Fever apologizing to their own fan base for putting them through that, for going through those types of accusations?
Casual fans, many of whom only started watching the WNBA because of Caitlin Clark, are watching all this unfold in shock. They came to cheer her on, but have seen her mocked, bullied, and now racially insulted, with no consequences. And what does the league do? Nothing. No action, no accountability, just silence, slogans, and a shrug. If this is how the WNBA treats its new fans, don't be surprised when they turn off the TV.
He stated in part, obviously, the league would not be okay with a white player saying effing black girl on the bench in anger.
So here's the question no one in the front office wants to answer. Why is Caitlin Clark expected to rise above it all, while others get a free pass? Why is a racist insult against a white player brushed off like a small mistake? While if the roles were reversed, the league would shut down. That's the hypocrisy fans are fed up with. And unless the WNBA faces it head on, those fans will just walk away, no matter how many hashtag campaigns they paint on the court.
WNBA without Caitlin Clark remains an attraction that not many people want to watch. Without Caitlin Clark,
is going to massively affect the WNBA.
Caitlin Clark is the closest thing that they have to quality play. Caitlin Clark, the Caitlin Clark effect is very real. She is the most valuable player in.
Just when you thought the drama couldn't get any bigger after Brittney Griner's shocking outburst, the internet blew the lid off an old controversy that's been simmering for years. And now it's back with a vengeance. This time, it's personal, invasive, and spreading fast. We're talking about the renewed firestorm over Brittney Griner's biological identity.
How are you, Brittney? Let me see something real quick. Rick, thank you. Get the hell out of here, yo. Yo. Jab stepping, it's a brick. Swing and a miss. Oh! Yo, I ain't gonna fake it right now.
That this person is not a female. Firstly, because this was actually posted to Brittney's personal Instagram.
Let's be clear, this isn't about conspiracy theories. It's about what's already spreading like wildfire on social media, news outlets, and even inside locker rooms. The rumors have gone mainstream, fueled by real video clips, old posts, and what many see as a clear lack of transparency. The clip that kicked it all off? A topless Instagram story from Griner herself, showing a flat chest, without the typical scars from top surgery.
That this person is not a female. Firstly, because this was actually posted to Brittney's personal Instagram. And when it comes to Instagram, they use a combination of like AI detection and plus manual surveyors, but specifically the AI detection to make sure that no explicit content ends up on the platform. So clearly whatever AI detection system was used when Brittney posted this and it stayed up for 106 weeks was not like, oh, this is a bare female chest, we have to take this down. It obviously assumed that Brittney was.
Here's what's raising eyebrows. Instagram's AI, which usually flags nudity fast, never took that video down. Not after a day, not a week. It stayed up for nearly 2 years. That suggests the platform might have mistaken the torso for a male one. Add to that Griner's deep voice, broad frame, and physical power, and doubts are flooding in. Even casual sports fans watching her face off against Clark are wondering, are they really competing on the same field? It gets deeper. A viral anonymous post claims Griner was only officially labeled female on paper, saying her mother made that choice, and that she's been hiding the truth in sports ever since.
Brittney is a weird case. He's a man, yes, that much is obvious, but not in the way that you think. He isn't trans. He's a straight cis male who was raised as a girl and given a girl's name by his parents. His mother is the insane one. She forced him to live as a female right up through high school, filled out all of his paperwork, including BC as female, and kept the charade going.
The theory claims Griner lives and presents as male in every part of life, except when competing. True or not, the league hasn't addressed it, and that's what fans are fixated on. Why the silence? Today's world values inclusion, but it also demands fairness, especially in top-level sports. If there's even a hint these concerns have merit, female athletes like Caitlin Clark deserve a league ready to investigate. When a player who moves like a linebacker crashes into someone smaller and lighter like Clark, it's not just about sportsmanship anymore. It's about safety, fairness, and whether the playing field is really equal.
Griner comes out and says, I am so sick and tired of the NBA, WNBA. It used to be a peaceful, small little thing. Now there's crowds screaming, hollering. This is disruptive. It's not allowing us to play the game. Every time we play her, there's this commotion, like this loud rumbling from the stands. Turns out it's people, thousands of them, just sitting there watching on purpose. It's very disruptive.
And then there's the international side of things. Remember, Griner was at the heart of a huge global event. Arrested in Russia for carrying cannabis, and then swapped for Victor Bout, a notorious arms dealer known as the Merchant of Death. This wasn't just a PR problem. It was a national security deal, a kind of political influence most people can't even imagine.
NBA who are very fond of virtue signaling, but even when it comes to Brittney's exchange for like the Merchant of Death, which is insane, by the way, but had that been just like a straight white girl, my guess is that straight white girl would probably still be rotting in a Russian prison.
So fans have every right to ask, how is someone with that kind of baggage still getting a free pass from a league? Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark, the player bringing real attention back to the WNBA, can't even get a foul called her way. It all boils down to priorities. Is the league truly committed to protecting its future or just shielding its favorites?
He was male and therefore being topless on the platform was totally fine. It did not constitute as nudity. Now, some people may speculate, okay, well, is Brittney trans?
Because if there's even a chance that a biological male is competing in women's sports under false pretenses, this isn't just controversy. It could be the biggest sports scandal of the decade. And Caitlin Clark? She's right in the middle of it. Not because she asked for it, but because she's the star everyone's watching, whether to root for her or to tear her down.
Caitlin Clark is a rising star in women's basketball. She's pulling in crazy viewership numbers.
Caitlin Clark is the GOAT. She signed my jersey. I'm so happy. I'm crying. I'm so happy. This is the best day ever.
The jerseys, the number 22, the various styles, whether it's a t-shirt with 22, whether it's an Iowa jersey, whether it's a Fever jersey, a throwback, I mean, whatever. The amount of people in yellow 22 apparel is stunning.
Clark showed up to lift the WNBA with fresh energy and excitement. But instead of support, she's faced elbows, insults, and silence from the league. Fans notice they're not fooled. They see who's protected and who's punished. And it's not the player shining a light on the league. It's the one holding others back who's getting a free pass.
I love watching her score and just everything about her.
They went the extra mile just to watch her play here.
This is great news for women's basketball, period.
That's nice.
And she was shooting the shit out of it.
Of course she was.
Right, so she was shooting the shit out of it. And
she's the face of the league.
Agreed.
She's the face of the league. Agreed.
Just have nothing but great things to say about who she is as a person. Just so welcoming and so warm as an individual that she can have a conversation with anybody. She's cut from the same cloth as me in that regard. You know what? Us Midwesterners, we tend to just, accept everybody with open arms. She was so kind to my family and everyone in the suite when she came to KC. So huge fans of Caitlin Clark.
It is a mad situation just all around when it comes to Caitlin.
Meanwhile, questions around Griner keep getting louder, but the league stays silent. No answers, no clarity, no protection for female athletes facing unfair challenges. That's not leadership, it's cowardice. If the league won't stand up, the fans will here's your call to action. If you stand with Caitlin Clark, if you believe she deserves fairness, dignity, and safety, make your voice heard. Drop a comment saying, I stand with CC down below. Shout it from the stands, support her, and watch the games. Because if the WNBA doesn't step up soon, it won't just be Caitlin Clark who loses. It'll be the credibility of the entire sport. Like, subscribe, and turn on all notifications so you never miss out. Click the video on the screen, and we'll see you in the next one.